I just think 99.99% of everything is noise. So for example, if you want to be laser like in your focus and effectiveness, you got to think two things: focus and frequency. What is the right focus and what is the right frequency? So in terms of making economic decisions, I think the right frequency is annually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 years. Look at blocks of time like that. Looking at the frequency and the volatility and the returns or metrics on assets by the minute, by the hour, by the day, by the week, or by the month, even by the quarter, are all kind of noisy. Likewise, I wouldn't look at 100,000 little minute assets. I would look at $1 trillion blocks. So there's $1 trillion worth of Bitcoin. It's up 582% over a year and 200% on average, compound annual growth rate, 200% for a decade. Those are two numbers that are valuable. There's 10 trillion in gold. It's up 2% this year and 2% on average every year for a decade. Just stop right there. That's a big insight. You can measure 1 million statistics of Bitcoin and gold, every second. They don't matter. What matters is one thing is appreciating at 2% a year and the other is appreciating at 200% a year. Now, what about 6,500 other cryptocurrencies? Irrelevant. They're not $1 trillion. Okay, the S&P is $32 trillion, up 39% this year, up 11% on average every year for a decade. Well, what do I think about 5,000 publicly traded companies? Irrelevant. I mean, maybe I can have an opinion on the $1 trillion ones: Apple, Amazon, Google, Microsoft, maybe. But, you want to pitch me 50 million ventures? Irrelevant. 50 million small companies? Irrelevant. 89 million small pieces of real estate? Irrelevant. The big ideas are NASDAQ, big tech is beating S&P. It's up 57% year over year. It's beating S&P for a decade. It's 17% for a decade. If you buy a portfolio of bonds, they were getting 4.2% a year for a decade. This year, they got destroyed. They're minus 16%. Okay. That's all you need to know. Bottom line, bonds don't hold value. Big tech does hold value. S&P is the value index. It's the cost of capital. Gold is breaking down and being destroyed because it's an antiquated elitist store of value. It's a disaster. Don't buy gold, sell your gold. Bitcoin is the world's first digital gold on the world's first global digital monetary network. It's a paradigm shift, the first idea in 5,000 years. It's compressed air. It's electricity. It's hygienic running water. It's something new and different. If you don't understand it, then you should go and study it. Go to hope.com and watch some videos. You should study it because it is, in essence, strong money on a crypto network. And there's no reason it can't flip gold and go to 10 trillion and then replace most debt as a store of value and go to 100 trillion. And if it does, it's going up by a factor of 100. And if you miss it, it will be the greatest opportunity of your lifetime, and you will have missed it because you were too lazy to do the work. So it's like when we invent electricity, or automobiles, I'm sure someone said it's just a fad. Communication networks, newfangled devices. I'm not putting water in my house. Why would I want running water in my house? What if a pipe burst? New ideas. Not going to get on that airplane. New idea. Everybody thinks they love technology, but they like technology, when it's TikTok. They like little safe technology, Snapchat technology. Okay, now some real technology showed up. This technology made your money obsolete. Okay, that's a scary idea. You get one chance in your life to embrace a big technology. The technology is a digital monetary network, which is open to the entire universe, which is 1 million times better than the thing that it's replacing. You figure that out, and then that will inform and drive every one of your portfolio and investment decisions, because it's the most profound thing that we've seen in 30 years. It's bigger than the internet. And 99% of the world still doesn't get it. They still think it's a speculative, dangerous, uncorrelated asset, and whatever. Maybe it's a tulip bubble, and you owe it to yourself to understand it's not a tulip bubble. It's monetary electricity